Hey guys, Sean Savage here from Streaker Marine. Today we have a Quintrex 690 Trident in the hardtop. We're out here today just making sure everything's perfect for its new owner before the pickup. So we're going to run through some features in the boat and show you the differences on the 690 Trident if you may be looking at the Yellowfin 7000 Southerner, etc. to see which one might suit your needs a bit better. The dash layout in this one's really nice. It does everything that we need. It's got the 12-inch Simrad there. It's got the Yamaha CL5 gauge. It's got the Volvo trim tabs, a very clearly marked switch panel, our windscreen wiper, our Fusion stereo, VHF radio, and stress-free anchor winch, and everything's in the right sort of spot. The access into the cabin's really cool because the top of the dash is actually open, so that gives you a lot more space to duck your head in. You don't have to crouch in as much to get inside the cabin, especially when the boat's rocking around a little bit at anchor maybe in a chop. Your access into the cabin's all really good. You've got a small glove box on the passenger side, a larger glove box on the top there with a USB and a 12 volt. The cabin's massive. So inside the cabin, the bunks are exceptionally big for the size of the boat, and we can get a center bunk cushion, which will make the whole thing into a bed. So if you're planning on sleeping in the boat, this is a good option for you. It does have roto-molded sections under the seats, and a big one on this side. Windscreen wiper washer bottle that's there. Got an underfloor kill tank just here. Now that floods, as you can see, so it's got a drain plug in it. So when the drain plug's out and the boat's at rest, that will fall full of water. If you put the drain plug in, it'll stay dry, depending on what you're doing that day and what you want to achieve out of it. Full checker plate floor, self-draining scuffers at the back there, removable rear lounge 3/4, great access to our primer ball and fuel filter. We also have our battery switch just over here. Mega chopper bait board, deck wash, nice and easy to get to, and our live bait tank at the back here as well. Powered by a Yamaha 250 horsepower 4-stroke hydraulic steering. It's got the same quick easy rod holders as the Yellowfins do on their hard tops. The front windscreen's really nice. It's curved, it's got great visibility. It doesn't have as much protection on the side though as some of our other models. So the windscreen's smaller on the side there, and the opened area there is quite large. So if you're in a really sort of warm environment, you want that breeze coming through in the hardtop, so you have your hardtop protection at the front, but you've got that breeze for the cool air to circulate through, fantastic. If you want something with more protection, the Yellowfin might be a better option for you because it does come back a lot further. So we've got the Yamaha CL5 gauge, gives us our fuel used that we've used for the day, our fuel economy. So right now we're getting 2.2 kilometers per litre, and we're using, 4.9 litres per hour, which is nothing. Our speed, revs, trim, and our fuel on the top there. This is the Simrad Go 12, great unit. We don't go through a lot of these actually, we do a lot of the Evos, but the Go 12's got some great features as well. It's very similar to use. So you got the thing is, it is a glass screen though, there's no keypad on the other side. You know, your typical things, your GPS, fish finder, super quick, side scan, make your own screen over here, which I've already done. So I've got my side scan, down scan, fish finder. So now we're going to get her up on the plane and go through some performance. So we'll sneak her up around that 3,000 to 3,500 RPM mark. Where are we? Just coming up to 3,000 now. I find, which you might have heard if you've seen our videos before, that in a lot of our packages, once we're at 3,000 RPM, best practice can sometimes be for your trim, so your engine height, to be a similar number to your RPM. So what I mean by that is at 3,000 RPM, we have 3 blue bars of trim. When we get a 4,000, 4 bars of trim. So 3,000 RPM, we're doing 40 kilometers an hour. We're getting 1.7 kilometers per litre, and we're using 23 litres an hour. The boat is very, very comfortable. It's soft, it's dry. It's a short, typical Port Phillip Bay chop today. It's sort of 1/4 of a metre, but it's very sharp and sort of relentless. We are alongside the waves at the moment, but it's extremely comfortable. We go down the back, Rear lounge is dry as well. We're not copping any water in the back there. Transom door in these is awesome as well. It's easy to use, a big dive ladder. We'll bump up the speed a little bit now, so we'll go to 4,000. Bit of trim, 4,000, 4 bars. You can hear the motor. She's starting to sing a little bit now. 4,000 or 3,800 RPM as we currently sit, 53 kilometers an hour, 1.3 kilometers per litre for our fuel usage, and fuel flow is 40 litres an hour. So I think you'd probably find in a package like this, remembering this is a new motor and hasn't been run in yet, we might find about 36 to 3,500 RPM would be a nice cruising speed. There we are, 36. So at 36, we're still doing 50 kilometers an hour, and at 38, we're only doing 52. So the boat's very comfortable at this speed. Our fuel economy is a bit better. We've dropped 8 litres an hour. So with these packages, you know, you do find those sort of sweet spots where you can bring back the RPM a little bit, and the boat won't lose a lot of speed, but the boat will do it easier, which means you'll use less fuel. Performance-wise, let's hook it in, give her a turn. So we're gonna drop down the 3 bars of trim, turn her right in. I don't know if you guys can sort of feel that in the video, but we're turning really hard here at the moment. There's no cavitation. The boat hasn't really leaned whatsoever. It's very, very predictable. And as you can see in our circles here, you know, I'm not even steering at the moment, not leaning over, hasn't pitched or sort of done anything out of the ordinary, and there's not 1 ounce of cavitation. So we can't complain with that either. Straighten her back up. We'll see if we can get a bit more into her now. Bit of trim. $5,000 RPM, 5 bars of trim, 70 kilometers an hour. She seems to love it. Handling really nicely at that speed. Again, very dry, comfortable. Yeah, does a lot right. Very comfortable boat. The thing that the Tridents do very well over some of their competitors is they are extremely soft at rest, which means they're extremely stable. They got a stress-free anchor winch package at the front there. They're very, very stable at rest. So if you're looking for a platform that's maybe, you know, I mean, your typical day boating, especially out Port Phillip Bay sort of way, if we're fishing, we're anchored 80% of the day. So you do have to look at your ride quality, and you got to look at your stability at rest as well. And this boat's one of the more stable boats that we've got on to offer. So I hope that helps with your decisions. The Quintrex 690 Trident, so look, it's a beautiful boat, and it's certainly worth a consideration.